Morning, everyone. All you roadies and groupies out there. Drummers, percussionists, timpanis, orchestra bells. Anyway, glad you stopped by to join us for this session. Last couple sessions we've been talking about how to fix undefinitive, funky chord changes that you see a lot in fake books and the like. So we talked about diminished, augmented, minor six, which are your three chords that are not definitive. You find those a lot in fake books. Your definitive chords are your major, is your one chord in major and minor, your two chord in major and minor, and your five chords in major and minor. Those are the ones you want to go for. And the four chords in there, depending on, if you're playing rock and roll or jazz. So what I did here, I wanted to review a little bit what we studied in the last two sessions. So I wrote a little example. And this starts off with a minor six, diminished, E minor. That's a good one. Here's an augmented B, not good. D minor, good. D diminished, not good. And we're all heading up to a C major chord, which is a one chord. So what I would do is, as I first look at this progression here, I want to see clues as to where we're going. So working backwards, this is a two chord. So what's our good function? What's a good chord progression? Is 2-5-1, right? So let's look at the chords in this D diminished. D, F, A flat, and B. Those are our four chords in the fully diminished, as opposed to half diminished. Half diminished, you would take the B off. So this would be, we talked about a substitution for a diminished chord are usually a five chord. Okay, the diminished chord typically is the top end of a flat 9 5 chord that's flat 9. So in this case, we would change that out for a G7 flat 9, which would work beautifully. So now we have 2, 5, 1. And even though this is a 5 chord in minor, you can go to a major after. It depends on what color you're looking at. So for this to be a G, this B, let's start at the bottom. So let's write a G in here. That's our root. The D is our 5. The F is our 7. The A flat is our flat 9. And the B here is our third. So now we've crossed that off. We have 2, 5, 1. Okay? So moving here, you don't necessarily have to move in this order, but this is a good way. You have to take a chunk of chord changes and kind of see what's going on. You got to make sense out of what's going on. You can't take one bar at a time. You have to take it in phrases, if you will. Okay? So now we have 2, 5, 1. So this is E minor. So it looks like to me that this E minor we're going to go, if you go down a step, man, we're talking about go down a whole step for this B minor to find out what, this B augmented, to find out what our dominant chord would be, right? So down a whole step would be A, right? So it's probably, if we look at the notes on this B plus B chord, okay, so we have B, we have D sharp, and we have G. Okay, those are our three notes. So if we make it A, now we're A, it's an A9 plus 11. Okay, so now we have a 2-5, and this is 5 of the D. So here's your 3, 6, 2, 5 progression, typical. Okay, so now this becomes our 7th. This D sharp becomes our plus 11. The B becomes our 9. And 7, and we need a third in there somewhere. So let's throw a third right here with a few extra notes. There we go. So now we're okay. So here in our last one is our first bar of the phrase is A minor 6th. Okay. So, and this A diminished would be this is the top end of a B 7 flat 9 chord, and this is an F sharp minor 7 flat 5 is what that is. If we look at the A6, so here we have a typical chord progression in jazz. This you know, you start on the tritone of C, tritone 2 5 3 6 2 5, and there you have it. Okay, so the notes here on the A diminished would be, let's start here. A, C natural, E flat, and G flat. Okay, so this would be in our B chord, B7 flat 9 chord, this would be our 7th, our flat 9, our E flat would be our 3rd, and then our A flat would be our, no, I'm sorry. No, it's G flat. So G flat rather. So that would be our 5th of this in the B7 flat 9. And then this A6 chord, let's go down here, less messy. A 3rd with the F sharp. Okay? Put the F sharp down here. This is treble clef, and this is bass clef. F sharp, here's your 3rd. The A would be your 3rd. The 5th, the C natural would be your flat 5. The E would be your 7, and the F sharp would be your root. Okay? So that's basically the process that you go through to try. And I've sat on gigs many times, and I'm, doing the gig, and, I can't tell you how many times I get charts from singers, because a lot of singers know what they're doing, but a lot of them don't know much about harmony. So you get a lot of this kind of stuff. And so as you're playing through the chart, maybe for the first time, you're kind of fixing things as you go. Oh, this, okay, it's this, and you're kind of deciphering in your head, because you don't have time to, you're just pulled the chart for the first time on the gig, right? So you have to do a lot of this. So it would be good to practice some of this stuff in all your keys. Just look at diminished chords, and there's only 3 diminished chords, right? So there's only 3 augmented chords. They're all inversions of different things, right? Oh, there's the cell, the egg timer. My cell phone is sitting in for my egg timer that died. So now I gotta get, and I got a new one, but it ticks. It makes a little tick, tick, tick sound. So I can't use that, but I love it. It's an egg timer. It's red. It's beautiful. So for now, I'm using that. But anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope this answers some of your question when you see those little diminished chords and augmented chords and minor 6th chords. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, shoot me an email, fred@fredstickleymusic.com. I love hearing from everybody. And till the next time, thanks for stopping by. We'll see you sometime in the near future, I hope. Thanks for stopping by.